For this video, I'm teaching, this is going to be Module 4, Lesson 5. We have a friend who's going to be out of town, and to make sure that that friend stays caught up, we're making some videos in advance. So, on Module 4, Lesson 5, I'm looking at the homework. Okay, we're specifically looking at the homework. If you pull out your homework right now for Module 4, Lesson 5, you can follow along and you can get those answers down. So for number 1, on Module 4, Lesson 5 homework, I'm going to read you the question. It says, 38 markers are in the bin. Out of that first sentence I've already read, I know the number 38 is important. You should probably circle it on your paper. Next it says, Chase added 43 markers that were on the floor to the bin. Wow, it said 43 in the second sentence. I think that's important. I'm going to write that down too, or you should circle it on your paper. The last part says, how many markers are in the bin now? We are going to use tape diagrams for Lesson 5. So we are going to draw our tape diagram. So first off, we know we have the number 38. Number 38 just represents markers. I like to write the word markers up here just so I remind myself what this number is. Then next we can't forget about the 43. So I'm going to draw the rest of my tape diagram, write in my 43. And this 43 just represents more markers. And so I like to write that on my paper as well, just to help myself remember what I'm doing. Now next, it says, how many markers are in the bin now? Are we going to add or are we going to subtract? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Well, this question wants to know how many markers are all together. So we're going to have to add, so we know we can erase, subtract. We're going to be adding today because we're trying to figure out what is all this together. We want to get the 38 and the 43 together. So first I'm going to set up my number sentence. It's going to be 38 plus 43 equals what? Now I don't know about you, but that's kind of hard to do in your head. So a skill that I like to teach is, so first off we have this 38. I really like whole numbers where it's really easy to work with. So I'm going to break apart my 3 into a 2 and a 1. And I'm going to tell you why I did a 2 and a 1. If I have 38, how many more do I have to count up to get to 40? So we're at 38, 39, 40. Wow, so it was 2 fingers I had to count up to get there. So I'm going to put my 2 here and my 1 here. That's why I didn't write a 1 then a 2. I want my 2 to go over here to my 38. So now my 38 becomes 40. My plus sign comes right on down. Now it's no longer 43 anymore. We're going to keep our 4 in our 10 spot, but look, our 1 is our new number. The 3 is no longer an option, so it's 41. Now this looks like something I can solve pretty easily. So what I like to do first is I'm going to add up my ones place. I have a 0 and a 1 in my ones place. 0 plus 1 is 1. Then I like to add up what's in my tens place. 4 plus 4 is 8. So my answer is going to be 81. Now can I just stop here and turn my homework in and tell Miss Cunliffe that I'm done? No, we're not done yet. We have to make sure we write our sentence. So the sentence for this question, everyone's can be a little bit different, but I think the best one is, now there are 81 markers in the bin. I think you should pause here and make sure you have all of that written down on your paper. And I want you to pause the video as well once you have it all done. You need to try number 2 on your own. Try number 2 on your own, and then I'm going to show it to you here in just a moment, and you can change your answer if you decide to. So pause here, try number 2 on your own. All right, on number 2, I'm going to read it out loud. There are 29 fewer big stickers on the sticker sheet than little stickers. Wow, 29 sounds important. I'm going to write that number down. Or I'm going to circle it on my paper. Next sentence, there are 62 little stickers on the sheet. 62 sounds important. I'm going to write that down. It says, how many big stickers are there? So we're trying to figure out how many big stickers there are, all right? So we need to set up our tape diagram. First thing we know is in our tape diagram, we are going to put our 29 there. Our 29 is representing our little stickers. All right? And then it's asking how many big stickers are there. This over here is our mystery. All right? And we know in all, there's going to be 62. In all, there's 62. So, what we're trying to figure out now is, are we going to add or are we going to subtract? So what it says at the end is, how many big stickers are there? You're trying to figure out this number. Well, we can't add these two, and if we add these two, it won't tell us how many big stickers there are, but I think we should be subtracting. Because look, if we take 62 minus the 29, we're then going to be able to figure out what that number is right there. Now, if I have 62 minus 29, I can't do that mentally in my head, first off. And our little option of taking them apart and doing that, it doesn't work as well with subtraction problems. But I know what would be good is the arrow way, and I feel like a lot of the students are very comfortable with that. So let's just use the arrow way. We're going to write the biggest number down first. This time it happens to be 62. We then are subtracting 29. So I'm going to draw my arrow, put my minus sign. What whole number is closest to 29? The closest whole number to 29 is going to be 30. What's 62 minus 30? Wow, that's easy. 2 minus 0 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. Wow. Are we done? This is where everyone messes up at. We are not done yet. It said minus 29, but we did minus 30. So we need to add 1. Not subtract 1, we need to add 1. Because we're at 30, we need to get back to 29. Okay, and this is in minusing. So 32 plus 1 is 33. We can stop here now, but we still need our sentence. We can't forget our important sentence. So I'm going to write our sentence down. Yours might be a little bit different. There are 33 big stickers. And that would be your whole problem. Pause the video right here. Get down all the answers on your homework. Keep the video paused and do number 3 on your own. Keep the video paused. Do number 3 on your own. All right, I'm starting on problem number 3. It says, Rose has 34 photos in a photo album and 41 photos in a box. Wow, I just read 2 important numbers. I'm going to write the number 34 and 41 down, but you should probably circle that on your paper. The last part says, how many photos does Rose have? Wow, we're trying to figure out how many she has in all. Well, let's do our tape diagram. We know she has 34 of them in an album, and she also has 41 of them in a box. We are trying to figure out altogether how many she has. Are we going to be adding or subtracting? Well, for this problem, we are going to be adding because we're taking these two together and figuring out how much is in all. So I'm going to write 34 plus 41 equals what? Now for this problem, can we solve this mentally? Most students should be able to solve this mentally. This is an easier one to add mentally. So if you look at your ones, in my ones place I have a 4 and a 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now if I look in my tens place, 3 plus 4 is 7. My answer is 75. I'm not done here. I need to write my sentence. My sentence is, Rose has 75 photos. Please go ahead and pause the video here and make sure you get everything written down. Go ahead and start working on the next problem. This is going to be one of the last ones that we are going to be doing together. right, guys, now we're on number 4. I'm going to read it out loud to you. Haley has 2 ribbons. I would underline 2 so you make sure you know that she does have 2. The blue ribbon is 58 centimeters. That sounds important. I'm going to write 58 down. The green ribbon is 38 centimeters longer than the blue one. Okay, so the number 38 sounds important as well. I'm going to write it down. You should circle it in your book. Now first, there's 2 parts to question 4. Part A says, how long is the green ribbon? Well, we're going to have to take this step by step. We're trying to solve for the green ribbon, GR, all right? So first, I'm going to make my tape diagram, and I know that 58 centimeters is the blue ribbon. Now this is key to the problem, okay? And I'm going to write blue above it just so I know what I'm doing. Next, it says the green ribbon is 38 centimeters longer. So I'm going to add on, write my 38, and this is the green ribbon longer, all right? So to figure this out, am I going to add or subtract? Well, I'm trying to figure out these 2 together, so I'm going to have to add, all right? So I'm going to have to do 58 plus 38 equals what? Now mentally solving this, it's kind of challenging because once you do 8 plus 8, it's 16. Some friends forget to carry over into their 10 spot, so what I like to do is to break it up like I showed you earlier. So 58, how far am I away from the next whole number? Well, the next whole number is 60. So let's see, 58, 59, 60. Wow, 2 away. So I'm going to look at my ones place. I'm going to break this 8 up. 2 is going to go over here. Now, I have to figure out what's going to go right here. So if I hold up 8 fingers, put down 2, I have 6 left. So I'm going to write a 6 on this side. Now, bring down my plus sign. My 3 and my 10s place stays the same. The thing changing is my 8 and my 1s. Remember, my 2 went over here. My 6 is the new number. So it's 36 now. I'm also now going to be able to add this in my head. 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Now I have the answer of 96, but I can't just stop here. I have to give myself a sentence. My sentence is going to be, the green ribbon is 96 centimeters long. One of the really important parts about this problem is that you have to have centimeters at the end. You can't just leave the number 96 up there and think that everybody's going to know what you're talking about. You got to add the centimeters at the end. If you haven't already, pause here and go ahead and do B. If you have not already done B, pause here and try on your own to do B. Alright, so now we're doing 4B. It says, Haley uses 67 centimeters of the green ribbon to wrap a present. So 67 centimeters, that's important. I'm going to write it down. It says, how much green ribbon is left? We're searching for how much green ribbon is left. So we need a tape diagram. First, I'm going to set up my 67 right here. This is the part that gets a little confusing. Listen closely. Haley uses 67 centimeters of the green ribbon to wrap the present. Of the green ribbon, well, how much is the green ribbon? Look at part A, guys. We just answered how much, how long the green ribbon is. The green ribbon is 96 centimeters long, all right? Now what it's asking is how much green ribbon is left, okay? How much green ribbon is still left? She used 67. We don't know how much is left, but we know there was 96 in the beginning. Are we going to be adding or subtracting? For this problem, we're going to be subtracting because we have to take the 96 minus the 67 to solve for our mystery. Now, we're going to set up our number sentence that I just said out loud to you. It's going to be 96 minus 67 equals what? Now, doing the breaking up and subtraction is too hard for the students, and I don't think it'll work out well. Also, mentally, we're going to do 6 minus 7. You cannot do that in your head, so it's going to go ahead and throw you off. So what I like to do with the students is do the arrow way, which a lot of them feel pretty comfortable with. So we're going to take our bigger number first, which is our 96, draw our arrow. 67 is closest to what whole number? 70, so we're going to minus 70. Wow, this looks like a problem I can solve now. 6 minus 0 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. Are you done yet? No, you are not done. It said 67, but you did 70. So what's the difference between 67 and 70? Let's see. 67 in your head, 68, 69, 70. 3. Wow. Write down your 3. Now you have to figure out, is that going to be add or subtract? Well, we've already subtracted more than we were supposed to, so we need to add back the ones we weren't supposed to do. All right? 3 plus 6 is 9. 2, there's nothing in the tens place, so your 2's, so it'd be 2 plus 0, so it'd stay 2. Now, you have your answer, but you're not done. You have to write your sentence. My sentence is going to be 29 centimeters, centimeters is the most important part, of green ribbon is left. Alright guys, make sure you pause the video right here. Go ahead and get the rest of this written down on your homework. Now you still have question 5 to do, and there's a part A, B, and C, and you're going to have to do that on your own. If you have questions, you can message me about it and I can help you. But I want everybody to just go ahead and pause here. I'm about to end the video, and I want you to try your hardest. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.